Hi, guys. We have the face of millennials today, as well as my dear friend. We have Miss Kate Steinberg. Yeah! Okay, Kate, I have so many things I want to chat with you about, but we're going to kick this off by doing a hot or not 2000s edition.
Wow, I love this.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Out the gate. Frosted lip gloss.
Not.
Low-rise jeans.
Hot.
Juicy couture tracksuits.
Hot.
Foundation lips.
Not.
Chunky highlights / money pieces.
That's what I have now. Hot.
Side bangs.
Hot.
Ugg boots with mini skirts.
Hot.
Von Dutch trucker hats.
Not hot.
T. Lace cami over t-shirt.
Not hot.
White eyeliner.
Hot.
Bermuda shorts.
Hot.
No, Kate.
Old Navy.
No, Kate.
They're going to be back next year.
No, but like you're talking about like the plaid and all. Like
yes.
No.
They match with everything.
No, Kate. Belly rings.
Hot.
Bumpets.
Not hot.
Huge belts over dresses.
Hot.
Colored skinny jeans.
Not hot.
No, those are. I don't think those were actually even hot when they were hot.
I used to wear them in like 2013, like in a teal.
Was it Aeropostale who made all the?
Well, I shopped at Old Navy a lot. I feel like they had like royal blue, teal, red.
Dude,
I
those
had
are
them all.
crazy. Did you have colored skin? Oh, I had a red too. I remember I had a red and I had like a sea foam.
No, it's
not flattering.
You know what the crazy thing is? As you're reading all these to me, I'm like, if there's anyone that can bring it back, it's you.
There's some of these that I don't.
If you just started wearing Bermuda shorts and you stuck with it, people would catch on.
I like a jort. I like an awkward length jean short as long as it's baggy.
Mm-hmm.
But Bermuda short, it's not even. It's just the fit of it. If it were like maybe a low rise, really loose.
I think you brought back capris.
Well, no, I single handedly brought.
I think you did. Like when you wore those, I was like,
no, and it's so annoying
happening.
Because then like you know another like like an actual fashion icon will wear them and they're like so and so brought back the capris and I'm like let me just have this one.
That's yours.
Let me just have this one.
I will say.
And here's the thing, I've been ride or die for capris even when they were because they were even pretty controversial when they were in style.
Yeah,
there were some girls that really hated them.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. I was so petite and little that there was a lot of things that I couldn't wear. So when capris happened, I was like, okay, finally something I can get behind.
Wow.
What was like?
I could wear everything.
What was like your the one thing as a kid that was in style that you were like, I'm not doing that. You were like, I
wore everything. I think it was just the juicy tracksuits were always too expensive.
Well, not only that, but like you really needed to have a nice ass.
Yes,
you needed to have a nice ass.
This is the hard part as someone who does millennial content every day. When I see like these other influencers wearing juicy couture and like getting these partnerships and I'm like,
you feel so mad. No, I know.
I'm like, I've been wearing this for like,
well, it just means something different, but also it's the same shit as like when I growing up wore stuff that my mom used to wear.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, I used to wear that. And I'd be like, yeah, but we do it cooler now. But it's so funny. Oh my God, what was that video? Do you remember that video, Kelsey, of that girl that's like, oh, I got this vintage Charlotte Russe. I saw that video. I said, you know what? I'm signing off of the internet. That was, but and then the comments were like, oh my God, Charlotte Russe, never heard of her.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? I'm like, that's exactly what we used to do to our parents.
Yeah. And now it's just so crazy seeing like when I went to Hollister like 2 weeks ago and I just did a video on like all the lace camis and they're all back. Like they just think that it just happened. I'm like, we walked so they can run. We did all this stuff.
We ran so they could walk.
Wait, we ran. You're right.
I think you were correct, but we put in a lot of work there. Okay, wait,
right.
So I feel like because you have done predominantly millennial content, there's so many interesting tidbits about you that people don't really know. You grew up in Chicago.
Yes.
You were an ice girl for the Blackhawks.
Yes.
You worked in advertising.
Yes.
You met your fiance of your now 10-year fiance on a dating show. Give us like the whole trajectory of how all of that happened and like how you ended up making millennial content.
yeah, so wow, that was really great.
Thank
That was
you.
a great summary.
It's almost like you're my friend. I know these things.
My only friend here.
No, what do you mean? You have 2 dogs.
Oh, that's right.
That love
That's
you.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And
then also, and now you have like a farm of animals. So
I do.
you have like a lot of niches that
we might be getting one more. 5 animals. Yeah. We talked about this, but you're supporting my crazy.
I'm supporting it.
I don't leave my house anyways. So I'm from Chicago, and when I left DePaul University, I like went into advertising, and that was really amazing and really tough at the same time. I have so much PTSD from like all these late nights at the office, and I used to write commercials. So
right, that's what you used to do. So wait, can you give us like give me like an example of like what that would
So like I would be on the Carl's Jr. account.
Okay.
And we would write commercials for Carl's Jr. or like I wrote commercials for like Marriott.
Cool.
Not Ratatouille, Bertolli.
Iconic.
And do you know Cox Internet?
I was on COX.
Yeah. I was on their account for a while.
Wait, so that's actually kind of nice though too, because you probably had a little bit of extra insight when you started doing content.
It was super helpful. Like it definitely disciplined me, and you had to get the work done. The one thing is with advertising is I've missed so many events, so many weekends, so many graduations, birthdays, just because I was always at the office. Like I remember it was Easter of like 2019, and I get a call from my boss, and he's like, you have to come into the office. I'm like, but it's Easter.
Yeah.
And you just had to do it.
OG advertising, especially too, because this was really social media being what it is now.
Exactly. And also before like Me Too.
Yeah.
It was just such a crazy time to be like in a room full of guys and no other women in there.
Totally.
So finally I went to start working at Ulta Beauty, and that totally like changed my life. Like that was an amazing experience going in-house, working with a bunch of women.
What were you doing at Ulta?
Writer. And I would write, do you know the magazines?
Yes, with all like do they still send those out?
Yes. And a lot of like Middle America reads them still. And like Middle America moms.
Got it. Okay.
And I would write those all myself.
And you probably knew those so well being a millennial, because that was like how we would make all of our like limited 2 purchases and whatever. Like that was the best when you would get those.
That coupon on the back for $5, like that's what you had.
Yeah.
And and then I did everything in store. So like everything down to like what you see on the display is what I wrote. And then during that time I started making TikToks. And it took me a while. Like I remember I started right when the app actually launched. I was on, and I was throwing shit at the wall.
Was that 2019?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was on, like, I remember seeing Charlie D'Amelio and all these like little boys going crazy for her. And I was like, were
you talking about an employee at Ulta, or is that like you did not?
No. So I was doing a lot of single content
at
the time. Like being single, that was my thing. And I was like really wanting to work for Barstool. And I remember like writing, like I was talking to some like Barstool Chicago guys, and they're like, you need to start a blog. So I was like blogging and having them check it, and then it never went anywhere. But I was like, it was just so weird.
Yeah.
I was really trying to get in with Barstool.
That's so funny. Especially because we're like from the land of Barstool.
You're Boston.
Yeah.
And I am literally the opposite of Barstool.
I would like to also just interject, because it was a memory that I totally forgot about. I just did, I have a collab coming out with Boys Lie.
Yes.
And they just did a collection with Peaches.
Oh, yes.
Dave's dog. And when they like talked about it, they both posted that in college they both had been like local Barstool Smoke Shows of the Day. I got Barstool Smoke Show of the Day once, and I like at the time, that was an achievement that I think to this day, which is so crazy. I was like, yes, objectify me. I want to be a smoke show of the day. But that was like, I remember walking into like my campus, and by campus, I mean like the streets of Boston, because we didn't have a campus, but like walking around that day and being like, yeah, like I was a smoke show of the day. That was such a fucking achievement.
That's wild that you said that, because during the ice crew time, they would take photos of like the ice crew girls. And like, I remember girls on our team would like get it, and you were the top dog. Like, I think I got on one. I don't even know how I got on it. It was like top 10 NHL cheerleaders, and I was like,
fuck yeah.
And I was like,
that's legit, because like cheerleaders are hot. You know what I mean? Like you were the top % of the top %. That's actually a bigger milestone. Wait, were you an ice girl while you were at Ulta and making content? When was that?
Yes, I was doing it all at the same time.
So did you like incorporate being a nice girl into your content?
Yes, and I would get in so much trouble. I even got suspended from a game because I made content in the locker room, but I couldn't stop. They're like, I was kind of now looking back, like I was looking back at emails, like the coach would always be like, I told you already, no making content. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything wrong. And I literally could not stop making content. And then I got suspended one game.
Damn.
And even on the last day, I got into so much trouble because I took a photo on the ice that was right before COVID. And I was like, this might be my last time ever. Oh, I got in so much trouble. Everybody had to return their puffer jackets because of me.
Wait, I can't imagine that now that's still a precedent, because I feel like a lot of those like cheerleaders and all of that, like they have a social media presence.
Now it's a thing. At the time, it was like too early.
You were just a trendsetter.
I always had it in me. But I remember having like 10,000 followers on TikTok, and I would always run into the locker room being like, guys,
that was a big milestone. Yeah. Because that was the Creator Fund wasn't a thing yet.
No.
Then. Okay.
No. So it was just me trying to like make it. And then I went on a reality show.
Please do tell, because that reality show never aired.
Well, it did air. It got taken down.
And why? What was the reasoning of that?
So when HBO Max merged with Discovery,
got it.
They took away all their
got it.
What's it called? Like reality show originals.
Okay.
So it's gone.
But people were able to watch it when it was on. Okay.
And I think you can still watch it in Europe.
Okay, well, next time I'm in Europe. Wait, okay, so talk to me about how the fuck you ended up, because I gotta be honest with you, Kate, the trajectory of what's happening here right now in your story, it's not going in a straight line, which I think is very inspiring, because you tried a lot of different things that didn't really go hand in hand. And how did you end up on a reality show?
So I was severely single in Chicago, and I was on Hinge, and I matched with a guy. But the guy ended up being a girl producer for the show.
They do that.
They did do that. They don't do that anymore.
I know, because it's like really not allowed. But yeah. Okay.
So they're like,
was she like swooning you into the conversation?
No. It was right away, right when we matched. She was like, hey, my name is. So was
she just using a hot dude's photo?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh, I think this is a guy. It's so smart. They don't do that anymore. And oh my God, you're so cute. And so they're like, there's this new network coming out called HBO Max. No one knew of it at the time. We're filming a Christmas dating show. And I was like, you know what? Let's go through the process. And I was actually in Austria at the time, in Salzburg. And when I got casted for the show, they called me and they're like, this show is going to be in Salzburg. And I was like, no way. I got the message in Salzburg.
Why? Because you just recently went back there.
Yes.
What's your connection with?
That's where it was filmed. It was filmed.
I know, but why were you there?
Oh, so my friend was married to a hockey player.
Okay.
And so we were out there for
Got it.
And so it was just crazy.
That's wild that it was going to be filming in that spot.
We were on the Sound of Music tour. I went to Salzburg with my two best friends, and I remember seeing the castle, and they were telling us on the tour it's a hotel, and I'm like, how crazy would that be if we should just stay there one day? Fast forward 4 months later, that's where it was filmed.
You like really manifested that.
I'm a huge manifester. I used to there was this thing called, it's still a program called To Be Magnetic.
Okay.
By Lacey. It's still out there, and I still do it. And I mean, you can manifest.
Okay, well, I have a list of things. Maybe you can add it to your little manifestation. Just at night when you do your little voodoo thing, just throw a couple, Kelsey has a laundry list too, so you can throw some things in there for her.
I need how you're manifesting.
I'm not manifesting anything. I'm just fucking spraying and praying and just
spraying and praying.
I'm just spraying and praying. Real. Okay, so you get the call that you're going to do a reality show.
Yes.
So you just stayed there.
Yeah. So I was in a hotel for a week, and then halfway through, they're like, tomorrow morning you get to go to the castle. And they just kind of threw me into it. I went in doing karaoke, and I found out I came in the middle of the show, which I think was a great time. I wasn't too early. I wasn't too late. And then I had my first date with Chad. And then that's when I was like,
was that really was it really authentic that you actually did have your first date on camera, or is it kind of blocked beforehand?
I knew it was real because I didn't even see any of the cameras. I was like, oh, we talked for 45 minutes straight. And I was like, oh my God.
Did you feel like you could really be in the moment, or was there this? You did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was just like, oh, this is my person. Like I can't leave here without him.
You felt that immediately.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I've never connected. And it goes to show, like, they really did match make us well. I think they ask us like so many questions before you go on a show. And it was crazy when I met Chad. I'm like, oh, you're a middle child. You love Disney. You love sports.
Yeah.
You love, like, I'm like, you love animals. Like, and I was like, how's this happening? And I'm like, oh, they paired us, like matched us.
The fact that you felt that immediately while being in that setting too, that's crazy. Does he tell you, did he also like know immediately?
He said that was the first time like he can like breathe on the show. Like,
so then from that point on, he was still dating other people. Girls.
And that was tough.
Did he like hook up with these girls?
No.
Did he make out with them? Did you like, did you have to see it?
So I didn't make out on the show. That was the crazy thing. That was the hardest part with our connection, because he would like give feedback during like our gifting ceremonies, and you would get a mistletoe if you made it to the next round. And he's like, I think we're really great, but like there's no like romantic, like I don't know if there's romantic connection because we haven't kissed. We were the only ones.
Oh my God.
And the lights were one time we had the cameras down, and I whispered to him, I'm like, I really like you, but my brothers are watching. And
oh
then
my
I was like,
God,
and then
that's hilarious.
Because I couldn't kiss on camera. I was so paralyzed. I was still in corporate.
I get that. That's a wild thing to do.
Like, I haven't really like, I had a boyfriend for like not even a whole year before him. Yeah. So like I was so still
that's
new
a really
to it all.
Yeah, that's a really hard. But I have to imagine there was like a part of him that respected that.
Yes,
too.
I think so too.
But when you watched it, right, you had to watch him. So when when you finally watched the show, you guys were obviously together.
Yes.
How was it watching him hook up with other girls?
It was tough. Like, I don't know how people on The Bachelor do it because like this was such like a different, the smaller scale.
This was like PG.
Yes, and it was really difficult because it's like when you're coming out of it, you're like, do you really like them? Do you like me? Like, but now,
did you have any beef with any of the girls?
No.
Okay.
I mean, internally, I was like, get away.
Of course.
But yeah, so there was 3 leads. There was a girl. And then, Faith, and then there was a guy, Garrett, and he was gay. And then Chad, so straight. So 2 straight leads. And then, so people, there was different people coming in.
Got it. Okay. So it wasn't just him.
Yeah. So.
And then you went home with him for Christmas?
Yes, but COVID happened. So production stopped. So we had 3 months in between me going home to meet his family.
Got it.
So that's where we really got close. We had date nights every single night.
Okay.
Like he met my brother.
And this was all still on while you were filming?
No, now cameras are down.
Got it. Okay.
We had to stop because of COVID.
Got it. Okay.
Cameras pick back up to meet his family. Finale. They're like, something's different between you two.
Yeah.
They pitched to him.
You're like, yeah, we finally kissed. We finally did it.
They got a glow about me now. I'm like, I had time to like go home. I ate so much on the show. Like they were feeding me like, I feel like it was sabotage because they would give me like, my breakfast would be like 3 giant croissants, Nutella, cereal.
Now go on a date.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And kiss each other.
And when I'm nervous, I stress eat bad. And I remember just like, I felt like probably like 5 pounds on that show because that milk had been whipping cream too.
Oh, 100%.
It was, and I couldn't stop eating, and it just was a lot of stress. But long story short, when we got to the finale, that was like filming stopped in March because COVID, picked back up in July. We get back together, and the producers are like, something's different. Pitched the idea to Chad. Chad's like, do not pressure me. Like,
yeah.
Like I'll think about it. And then he ended up proposing on the show. That was never part of the plan to propose. Never. Like we were the only ones who there was 2 seasons and we're the only people together. And
can I ask you a question? Did you made money doing it?
Yeah, but
minimal, and it
all went to taxes.
Yeah, okay, right.
Like literally it's all gone.
Got it. Okay. Whoa.
Isn't that crazy? So
and then you guys just like is there a new?
So this ring, it was a partnership with Decori. So they helped us design this ring.
Do you see how beautiful?
And then Chad wanted to do something himself when we went to Austria. So he proposed with the band.
The band is beautiful.
No. So this is why it's confusing.
But he just recently re-proposed.
And I will say this proposal was so meaningful. Like because that's another thing is when you get off a reality show, we didn't know each other. We had to move in together. He was in New York, Chicago, and we're first ones to admit it was tough. Like it took us 5 years to like really get our foundation and like learn about each other. And I never
you're in such a heightened when you're meeting under those circumstances, right? You have like all these butterflies and you're on camera and you're competing against other people. And I think anytime there's that level, it adds this like, well, I want to have him and be with him. And then when you're in real world, it sets in that
it's tough.
Yeah, it's different.
And like
when you move back in,
what's it called? Therapy, couples therapy has been amazing.
Okay, when did you guys start doing that?
We did that when we like 2022, so 2 years into the relationship. We're like, I think we can like talk to somebody. Like I struggled with communication. Like I learned a lot about myself. He also like, we just didn't know how to communicate the best. And I could not recommend enough couples therapy for.
Would you say that communication was like the biggest issue?
Yeah.
It just like
I think a lot of couples like fall into cycles with their fights. And if you don't learn how to like kind of like stop the cycle or change it, you're just going to keep repeating the pattern in different ways. And that's been the biggest thing, is just like figuring out how to like stop the pattern, or like when you see it coming, like choosing a different action.
Right.
And so it's been a lot. And so I think we've just grown so much as a couple. So that like this proposal, so private, he surprised me, and I like always wanted to feel that. And like, it was,
well, that's like also, I feel it's your guys' story. You were the easiest thing to do after something like that. And most people after a reality show is to not be together, because once you leave that sexy, heightened environment and you're with this person, you're like, oh, wait a second, I really don't know this person. And I'm sure the easiest thing probably was to be like, okay, that was a heightened experience. It worked there. But for you guys to make the choice to get to know each other outside of a reality show and go to couples therapy, I just feel like that sustainably makes you such a stronger couple.
100%. And I think the one thing is like, we just always choose each other. It's not easy, but like we always are like, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make it work. And like, I think that's been one of our strengths, is like, we're going to figure this out. We're going to do it.
Well, now you add the layer of you being a content creator.
I thought you were going to say dog mom. I'm like, yo.
And dog mom. Well, having pets with your partner too. You start to see different parenting styles. And I know even like when Shane and I got Winston, I thought I knew Shane so well. And then we got a dog. We go, whoa, we do things differently. And it's great. You kind of figure out what strength and weaknesses each other has. But was Chad on social media before you guys got together?
No, he had one photo on his Instagram. He didn't even have photos on his Hinge, and that's how he got, like, he didn't know anything about it.
So how has that dynamic been for you guys?
So now he works for his family business, but also does content creation. And there's two sides of it. We help each other so much. I love it. Like, it's so amazing to see him grow into like his content and such. And he helps me insanely, but there is a hard boundary line. I was like, we're always working.
Yeah.
And especially when you're both working from home, it's like, we're so grateful for this job, but also like we don't turn off. And it's hard to squeeze in. Like, we're like, oh, let's do date night next Thursday. And then Thursday comes around. It's like, I'm too tired, or like, wait, can I edit? I have so much editing to do. It's so easy to like, we just kind of skip over those things. And we're trying to do date night this Saturday. I think that's just been our hardest part, is like, we're just go.
Yeah.
And then we have 4 pets. Like,
that's alone.
Yeah. And we don't leave our house. Like, just so.
Well, also it's kind of hard when you have 4 pets, because you don't want to leave them alone. You get pets because you want to spend time with them. And then also you don't trust many people, or it's hard to find people to watch them. That's really interesting, because this job doesn't have a start time and an end time. No. And it's you like, you can wake up at 10 a.m. if you want and stay up till 3. You kind of can create how you want it to look. But when you're both in it, like even for an example, last night, Shane he's so understanding of that. And I've made it very clear that I'm like, hey, things come up last minute. I might have to be like one random Friday, hey, I really need to edit this. I fell behind. I don't want to stress about it. He understands that there's a lot of unknown and improv of events and deadlines. But it is nice to have somebody that can like check me. Like even last night, we went on a date night because we were supposed to go on one on Sunday, and I pushed it, and then we were like, okay, we gotta go. And by the time we came back here, I was still on my phone, and he just like sat down. He was like, hey, finish whatever you're finishing, and then we're gonna watch something and like be intentional about it. But when you're both doing it and you both don't really have a start time or end time, what has been your hack of having that quality time together where you're not doing work?
We have to just get it on the calendar.
Yeah.
Like it literally has to be in our calendar. Like
you're good about that though. Even
I'm
when
trying.
Kate and I make plans, you're really good at being like, well, what about, I'll be like, oh, what if we try like 2 weeks? Because the thing is like when you work, I'll say when you work in entertainment, it is really hard to have friends but it is really nice when you have friends that also do what you do, because then when you have to bail last minute, nobody takes it. Like everyone's like, got it. Totally understand. But Kate and I, literally we go through this like every week. We try to make plans, and I'll be like, okay, let's do dinner next week. And she's like, I'm going to be in Austria. And I'm like, okay, what about 2 weeks after Saturday? And
like,
she's
I'm
like,
in Paris.
Yeah, literally we were like, could not find each other, but she's really good about being like, okay, what about November the 6th? We'll come to you. We'll bring the dogs. And then
I'm trying.
That's the only way you can do it.
But I agree though, like, especially living here in LA, like everyone's so busy, and I don't think blink twice. Like even event, we'll
totally
reschedule. But I also just like crave friendships.
Totally.
And I know if I don't like get myself out, I will not
go crazy.
And like it's hard to also find good friends. Like you are
100%.
such a good friend, and I feel like this is such a safe space every time I'm here, because like I don't talk to people, and like you're such a good friend. So
well, I think it's really important to find people in this world that make you feel seen, and that you don't have. I have had people in my life where if I've had to cancel or move, I've had this big wave of anxiety that they were gonna make me feel bad about it, and I just am at a place where my work is so unpredictable, and it's not specific to friends, it's to family. I've had to bail on trips with my family. I've had to bail on dates with Shane. So I need to have people that kind of give me that grace, and I'm sure you feel the same way. What I do want to talk to you about, well, I have a couple of things I want to talk to you about. We've bonded a lot about, and Kate and I feel like where we kind of see each other in this, number one, we're millennials in a predominantly Gen Z industry. And your niche of content is not a niche in which, there's millennial brand trips, right? The brand trips are usually beauty focused or fashion focused or tech focused. And you have this thing that you do, and then you have all these other interests. You also enjoy fashion, and you also enjoy, beauty and dogs and animals. And so we find ourselves a lot of times at the intersection of like very particular niches. Like a lot of times I will go on a beauty trip and I'm the only non-specific beauty person. And we've chatted about that feeling sometimes like we're the odd one out and we're the black sheep. And
and the crazy thing is, like, when you tell me you have these similar experiences, I'm like, there's no way. Like,
I feel the same. Listen, I think it's a lot harder to believe it with you, because you really are, you really are like a genuinely kind, bubbly person. I also think that I'm a kind person, but I think I show in my social content that I am also the kind of person that's not going to put up with bullshit. Whereas you are just so wholesome on the internet. So it's baffling to me when because you have had some bad experiences, and then
well, I was thinking about one today in the car that we had together. Actually, it was at an event, and I think you'll remember when there was a founder, and we were all standing together, and she was only talking to you.
Oh, yes.
And it was such a small thing.
Yes.
It was so small. She probably did not even mean it. But I think sometimes I can become, I come in with these intentions, like I'm going to meet people. I'm like, I want them to acknowledge me. And she was only talking to you. And I remember feeling like, I feel shitty.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I'm just not trash. Like, and I quickly can spiral in my head.
Same.
I've gotten better, but that was early on when I remember like after I'm like, did you notice that? And you're like, no, I noticed. And I was like, at least I feel and you tried to bring me in. You're like, this is my friend Kate. Like, so, and then there's also been, I was thinking another one, like I've been at an event and with girls and the girls asked me to take the photo of them. And I was like, I remember just wanting to cry. And there's been moments where not all of them are like them, but you just like have these moments of like, I feel so left out and almost like triggers something and I don't handle that well all the time. So, I mean, there's times I've cried and you've been such an amazing like support and just like first that's weird. That's weird if people do that.
Yeah.
But also like I'm not alone. And I think I just now trying to separate work.
That's what it is. And that's personal. The hardest part. And it's funny, when I had Teffy on the pod, I was like, oh, I don't really know anything about horoscopes. And I was like, I'm a Pisces. Can you tell me about that? She's like, your biggest struggle is going to be, and it's resonated with me ever since because it's so fucking true. She's like, your biggest struggle is going to be that in order to be authentic, you're going to have to be okay with people not liking you and people not understanding you. And I have found a character trait of mine is I have a lot of character traits that I feel like kind of juxtapose one another because there's a part of me that doesn't give a fuck until I do give a fuck. And then I really give a fuck. And I give a fuck about things that I shouldn't. And when somebody is cold to me or rude or makes me feel iced out, I get this, and I know it's my ego. I get this thing that kicks in where I work in overdrive to get them to like me. And then I end up putting more energy into that than I do the people that are there that are showing up for me because it's the same thing about going to school. It's like that same mentality of when you're growing up, you only have proximity. So you have to be like Kelsey and I, we've been best friends since high school. When you're in high school, you have to find friends at your high school to be friends with because if not, you're not going to have friends. It's proximity. And then you leave high school and you meet all these people and you have to ask yourself the question, okay, are we friends because we want to be friends or are we friends because it's proximity? And you make the decision and you work on it depending on whatever your thought is about that. But I find same thing where I'm like, these are also essentially my coworkers. I'm going to go on more events and I'm going to go on more brand trips with them. I need them to like me. But the reality is, well, I don't need them to like me because they're not writing my fucking checks.
Yeah.
The brand is writing my fucking checks. However, it does make it easier if you go on a trip and everyone's nice and you can create content together. I went on one trip, which we've talked about, where I was in a depression after because I really felt it was one of my first big brand trips and I already felt so much imposter syndrome. And then we all were together one night and there was a group of us and let's say it was like 6 of us, including me, and 5 of them made a TikTok together. And I watched it and I felt like fucking shit. And the comments were like, where's Christina? I know she was there. And I was like, God, that feels so icky. And it really does bring you back to that girl that gets picked last at volleyball, whatever that psychological feeling is. But it really does feel like shit. But then I remember it's my job. You know, I'm not here. Ideally, I would love to make friends. But at the end of the day, I'm here because this is my job. And, you know, but Kate and I have bonded a lot about feeling that.
It's nice to know that I'm not alone, but also also working on like it's that separation. Also, I need some of that like I don't give a fuck attitude.
Yeah.
I need some of that because like how you said like you work in overtime.
Yeah.
I retreat.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part. It's like I want to go. I want to go.
Yeah.
And instead of like going back in and trying again, like I am so shut down.
But I shouldn't go in and try again because I end up killing myself because like you, I live so much in my head that if I don't go in overtime, like then in my head, I'm like, well, I didn't do enough. I know that I did enough. I know that I'm a good person. I know that I'm nice. I tried to be as like inclusive and accommodating. I'm not perfect. Sometimes you catch me on a trip where I'm tired or whatever, but like I get in my head about things. And then when I think about it, I'm like, I know I was nice. I know that I did everything that I could. That's all I can do. Yeah. That's all you can do.
Was I nice? Was I kind?
I can't imagine a world in which you would ever not be the most nice, accommodating person. And you know that to your core. But when someone isn't accepting of that, it makes you second guess everything about yourself.
My therapist said I have to stop doing photo shoots for people, like as in becoming the cameraman.
I do that too.
And you can do it.
It's the best way to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah, but I think sometimes then I get trapped into being everyone's photographer, and then I never get a photo, and because I don't know how to ask.
Well, because then you're like, because you hope that after I've just taken 85 photos of 10 girls, that someone will be like, "Hey, did you get your photo?"
It's my fault, because then I'll take 2 and I'm like, I'm fine.
I know. I do that too. Well, that's why you need fucking trips in which you can bring a +1.
Exactly.
And you know, it's the trips in which you can't bring a +1 too that are so hard, because you're like, I need somebody to like me so that I don't feel alone and have no photos and put my phone on a tripod in the corner. Wait, I wanna pivot to something. Yes. I want to talk about. Wait, I had some really quick. Okay, we'll talk about burnout, but me personally, I want to know. Your mom has held on to a lot of your memorabilia.
Yes, a ton.
Okay.
A ton.
Is your mom a hoarder? Or does she just like...
We have hoarding tendencies.
Okay. I think all of our moms are hoarders, because like my mom is like, I have your second tooth that you lost on. I'm like, why? It's kind of weird. I think that's also just millennials and their parents are very much hold on to everything. I mean, you made a video.
That's so funny.
You made a video about like throwing out the Apple boxes, like MacBook
I have them all.
What are we doing with those boxes?
I can't.
But there's something about them. Like I got sent these Sony headphones. And mind you, I've never read directions in my entire life, because like, the direction is turn it on and hit the Bluetooth button and it connects. But every time I go, I'm like, I'm going to get rid of it. And then it hovers over the trash and I say, I might need to return this MacBook in a couple years. But that tendency is, it's so par for the course that you still have all this memorabilia.
Actually, I just want to say one thing. You have all your wristbands here, I think.
Yes.
I'll never forget.
In that bowl.
I was here like a couple months ago and I saw that bowl and I was
She's talking about like all the wristbands you get when you go to concerts or festivals. I keep all of them. Why? I don't know. It's fucking clutter.
But I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Do you keep yours?
And now who has a bowl of wristbands? And
Yeah.
I did. I was so inspired. I was like, this is so cool to keep.
Is it?
I don't know. It's extra now.
Is it like, it's just shit. It's just like literal shit.
I had an organizer come over and she literally took all those wristbands and like put it in a drawer. And I was like, wait,
you're going to have to send me her name later.
She's amazing.
Okay.
She'll change your life.
I would love some life changing. I need some.
Actually, I'll just say Jenny D Designs.
Jenny D Designs. Jenny D. Come on over.
She's in California. She has literally Marie Kondo'd my life and changed it.
See, my fear is that they're going to do that and then I'm going to fuck it up in like 2 days. Do they give you the tools in which how to like maintain it?
Maintain, and she can come back and maintain.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Love her. Okay. My question is though, you buy a lot of stuff on eBay?
Yes. Now I go on Poshmark, Depop, eBay for like specific props.
Okay.
I'm in bidding wars every week.
What is the most amount of money you've ever spent on a piece of memorabilia for content?
It was this week. $342.
What did you get?
The Abercrombie zip-up jacket. They're hard and white. Yo, you can't get that.
Wait, with the fur in the hood? Was it the fur in the hood?
And you're fucking... You have it?
No, I had it. Wait, you're fucking kidding?
No.
That was 3... Was it a bidding war?
Oh, yes. I was shot down probably 10 times. You can only really find it in navy blue and brown, which I think are great colors, but it was the white one that is so... Like, is the one. Because nostalgia is so back, I think that has been the hardest part.
Okay.
Is that actually these girls are buying things because the jean skirts, the lace tanks have all come back. And now I'm fighting for these props. And it never was like that before. Like limited to stuff is all gone. Like it's very hard to find things. Know what I'm really looking for? I'm manifesting it. The Team LC or Team Kristen shirt from Hollister. Do you guys remember those shirts?
No, I didn't do the OC.
Why?
Like what year was the OC?
Oh, sorry.
Was that Laguna? Wait, was that Laguna?
I didn't do the OC. I did Laguna Beach.
I didn't do either.
Wow.
I don't know why.
You're such a surfer girl,
wait,
though.
I know, but what year was that? Was I just like working? Like what year? Like
2005-ish?
Yeah, bitch. I was on a show. I was.
That's right. That's right.
I literally. I really did. I feel like that's such a big train. I missed.
Wait, no.
I've actually never seen an episode of Laguna Beach or the OC, which is actually crazy talk.
Wait, this is trippy because I just saw like a video of all that. It was like lost footage. From my feed.
Yeah.
And I was like,
did you hear my voice in that?
Yes. You're like, this is not my voice. But I forget because I genuinely used to watch you. Like, what? You were that kid. What was the one? He was the Enigma. Not what is that?
The embryo.
Embryo.
And then there was a little fetus before me.
Like the first time I met you, I was like, "Holy shit, I'm meeting little embryo."
But,
like,
yeah, dude, that's some iconic shit.
And
man.
then
little embryo.
We were at breakfast, and someone's dog ran away with the chair. And you had you sprinted so fast after this dog. You had this really cute outfit.
That was our first date.
First date.
Yeah.
We just said hello, and this dog sprints off, and you sprinted. And I was like, oh, this girl's cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's gonna be my friend.
Well, because I ran for a dog. I didn't even know what an animal lover you were. I probably really turned you on with that one.
California has changed me.
Yeah.
And everything, and like seeing these shelters and stuff.
I'm
like
sure.
I've kind of found my purpose in there. So
I know you're like a big advocate for the dogs.
Yeah, I'm volunteering after this. I'm gonna go walk some dogs.
You'll have to tell at the end of this. You'll have to tell everybody where they can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so besides that, because you answered my fucking questions, I was gonna ask, what has been another piece of memorabilia that's been so hard for you to source?
I can tell you that right now. The Scooby-Doo snacks, matte blue.
Wait, would you eat them though?
No, I wouldn't. But there was one pack of Scooby-Doo snacks. It was like $100 last year. And I was bidding and bidding and bidding. I didn't win. And sometimes I research like, how do I just make it so I can make a skit about it? But people have saved boxes of like old Kellogg's. Remember Snackwells?
Yes.
Like I wanted to do a skit
about.
Well,
I know like the Kellogg's because celebrities used to be on those boxes and that's like memorabilia. But like these other fucking random snacks, what are people that aren't doing what you do fucking doing with $100?
I don't know.
They're not eating them, right? That'd be crazy.
No, they're not eating them. But then I think like I am that person who could also be selling this stuff. Like my parents' basement, they probably have my teeth, which is such a funny skit.
I mean, I did keep Winston's teeth though.
CHRISTINA.
I know. This is the first one though. I'm telling you, it's the fucking
tooth.
It's just like that. It was a thing that like something happens. You're like, I have to keep it. And Shane's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. I just think, isn't that something you do? Like you just do things because you grow up and that's what they do. And then one day you go, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I holding on to all my fucking wristbands? You know what I mean? Like it's just habitual. Okay. Damn. So I feel like you unlock so many memories. Like I feel like I forget about so many of those things and then you make a video and I'm like, oh my God, how do you unlock these? How are you like, I got to imagine you hit a point where you're running out of ideas.
Sometimes like, so a lot of my ideas are based off like personal experience. I felt like I wasn't like popular in high school. I was just like the kind kid and I didn't have a boyfriend. And I feel like a lot of my experiences are just like personal and I was a little awkward or it was like what I wanted to be, like seeing like these other girls, like with the clothes, like I can make a skit about that. My younger brother, I give a lot of props to him. He's in tech in San Francisco, but he is so funny and he is a little bit younger than I, but he also will shoot me ideas and stuff. So he's kind of like, I feel like he's such a great partner in crime to like bounce ideas off with.
Are you like, do you like go and watch or like look at your old photos Reddit. Or okay.
Yes. So I go, Reddit has a lot of old photos of like just teens in the 2008 and I'll see something I'm like, oh my God, I forgot we used to pose like that.
Totally. Okay.
And now there's a lot of millennial content out there. A lot of people, there's so many creators. So it's just trying to put your spin on it or like getting really niche with stuff. And it's been fun now though to like collab. I have really two, Aaron and Nicole, I collab with them a lot. They've been really great and like they're so talented. So it's been fun to just like also now like branch out and like collab with people.
What's been you've done a lot of like very iconic millennial. I know you did Vera Bradley, you did Limited 2, you worked with Jesse McCartney. Like what has been a moment in which you're like, oh my God, my younger self would be screaming? What do you think is like the top one for you?
I think actually it's not really nostalgic, but it's just, I just interviewed on a carpet for Netflix. And I think that would be a moment where my younger self has always dreamed about like interviewing.
Yeah.
But I've never been given the opportunity, nor sometimes I also have that like imposter syndrome. Like I don't have experience doing that. But when you're given the opportunity, you got to take it and just see how it goes. And
then you have fun and you're like, wait, I can do that. Yeah.
I got to get some training, but like I did have fun. But between that and also meeting Jerry Holloway from Ginger Spice from the Spice Girls.
See, that's another train I missed. I miss Spice Girls.
That is insane to me.
But also in my defense, I didn't listen to like normal
What'd you listen
music.
to?
For being a white blonde girl growing up in fucking Massachusetts, like I listened to Sugar Hill Gang, Sade, George Michael, Seal, the Gypsy Kings.
Wow.
I didn't do like, I did Britney Spears, honestly, after all that, but like I wasn't really listening to a lot of like the mainstream poppy music. And then I think in high school, I remember high school was when I started listening to like Jesse McCartney and that kind of music. But growing up, my mom was a big music person. She also really liked house music. And my dad had an employee that used to like illegally burn the live streams from Sweden of like underground house music. And my dad would bring those home from work and my mom would listen to those. So I was listening to like either EDM or I was listening to Gypsy Kings or Seal. Like
you've just always been doing like your own thing.
I will say like my favorite concert I've ever been to in my entire life was 10 years old on Halloween. I went to Black Eyed Peas and Fergie in Boston. And it was to this day the best concert I've ever been to. They need to do it. They gotta get back and do shit.
What's the red album of Black Eyed Peas? No, Monkey Business.
Great, with the green. That's the green and like techie looking one.
No, it's the one before the red with My Humps on it. So it's called.
Monkey Business. That's the blue. That has the blue. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So most underrated album. It's
unbelievable.
So insanely good.
Also, just a lot of their like. With everything going on in the world, you listen to some of those songs and you're like, damn, they were on it. And also like I saw No Doubt. I don't know. I feel like I had a different. I missed a lot of those.
I actually have a question for you. So you grew up like acting on all that. So then by the time you went to high school, was that crazy? Like
terrible.
Okay, because like so you're a child star. Now you're going to high school. Like was that just
terrible?
Was it just jealous kids? Like,
high school. Honestly, younger than high school was the worst. Because I came back around the age of like 12, 13. That was brutal. Those couple of years leading up to high school was really bad for me. When we got back to Massachusetts, we had like news people outside of my school interviewing kids. And I will never forget this girl that I was not friends with at all. I could say her name because I know it first, middle, and last. Interviewed with our local publication and talked about how I was like the bestest friend. And I remember as a kid being so confused. And then my best friend like really wanted nothing to do with me. It was a really weird, and I didn't have any siblings. So it's not like I really had, the only person that like understood my experience was my parents, which made me feel even more not normal. Cause I'm like, the only people I relate to right now is my fucking parents. Like I already feel weird. I always felt a little out of place, just always, because I was just my whole life, just very, very animated. And just kind of like marched to my own drum. And then all that, I had like a lot of resentment towards my experience because all that really highlighted how different I already felt. And you don't want to be different as a kid. You want to be like everyone else. And that was like, now I love being different. But as a kid, that's like social suicide to be different than everybody,
Truly.
You know? So I had a really hard time. Also, this was before social media. If you were on a television show, you were a fucking celebrity. So it was just like, I will never forget. The thing that people used to do, which you nostalgia girl would like this. I'll never forget. I couldn't go to the mall. I couldn't go to the mall at all. Like when I tell you, I say this now, and I think like younger people who have no idea who I am or what all that was, like don't understand. And I understand why, because it's not even like this. Everybody is famous nowadays, so it's not even like this now. I could not walk into a store without being swarmed. And when I say swarmed, I mean somebody in the mall would tell other kids in the mall, and that's the mall was where everyone hung out.
Yeah.
And they would swarm me. And I'll never forget the big thing at that time. It was autographs, but it was leaving voicemails.
Oh
so
my
people would come up to me
God.
and be like, hey, can you leave my voicemail? So I left hundreds of voicemails where I would be like, okay, what was your name? Claire. Hi, you've reached Claire. This is Christina Kirkman from all that. Like, leave a message after the beep. I
This
left
is wild.
so many of those.
This is such an insane experience. Like, Kelsey, like, wait, you went to high school together.
Yeah, but she wasn't, it was different.
Okay.
But also high school was like, I'll give you an example. The guy that I dated in high school was number 20 on the hockey team. We went to like the state championships or whatever of whatever. We were in one of our like little arenas, and I walked in and the whole stadium was cheering, hey, 20, your girl's not funny. That's terrible in high school. I have acne. I'm already awkward. I don't like
That's
who I am.
traumatic.
Yeah. I will say like high school, although wasn't as intense as what I got earlier, it resonated more because that's when you really want to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
And
That's so true.
That was hard. I mean, I got it all the way up until college. And college, I went to a liberal arts college. Sofia Vergara's son was at my school. A lot of celebrity kids went to my school. So I remember I was feeling really nervous because before I started college, I think the Boston Globe, somebody did an article about like Christina Kirkman's going to Emerson. And I was like, fuck, I'm already outed. But it was like a very welcoming. I never felt, every once in a while I'd go to like a frat party and someone would like get on a bar stool and play all that theme song. And like, that was the extent of that. But it was through college that I slowly stopped resenting my experience.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, this all makes you the person who you are now and like who you are today.
Yeah, just a
and
bitter fucking, just a bitter bitch.
Sorry you went through that. And I know a lot. It's relatable. I'm sure everyone has these stories that are like, but it's crazy. But
okay, wait, back to you.
Yeah,
Hold on. This
no.
isn't about me. This isn't about me. Hold on. Hold on. No, stop. Oh, I have a question. How do you deal with us millennials? We're known to be very cringe.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you deal with that? Because in order to do what we do, there is a level of cringe. How do you embrace the millennial cringe?
So in skits, like I don't care. Like it's like
it's supposed to be
cringy.
Yeah.
Like it. But sometimes I find it hard when I'm trying to make regular content. Like I'm trying to show an outfit, and then people are like millennial core
because you're being yourself.
Yeah, and I'm like, or it's the way I talk. I think because when I see people parodying millennials, I'm like, oh my God, that's how I talk. I'm like, but I can't change it.
Yeah.
Like that's just how I am, and that's how I make videos. I will forever have a pause in it.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, it does get me. Like it's crazy. Other things don't get me, but when someone calls me millennial core and it gets down that rabbit hole,
I know
that gets me.
Yeah.
And Chad's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like you're a millennial. I don't know why that comment just gets me. And I think it's because I'm just looking for the approval maybe sometimes 100%. Of Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Like
because there is something that feels really nice about getting approval from Gen Z. I don't know what it is. It feels really good.
Like I'll take Mother.
Oh, I love Mother.
But I won't take Unk.
No, we won't take Unk.
Someone
Unk is terrible. Oh,
like,
what
are you doing here, Unk? I'm like,
oh no, that's okay. You're laughing. Listen, you're laughing to the bank. You said, yeah, it's all Unk, but I made a whole business around it. That's what it is at the end of the day. You kind of have to like embrace it in order.
And I don't know if you're the same way. Like if I get a bad comment, like I will never respond.
Yeah.
Like it just thanks for commenting.
Yeah.
But they'll get me. Like that's
you catch me on a bad day too.
Do you respond? No, you don't. You don't.
I block.
Got it. Yeah.
So it depends. I pin, like if I've pinned a lot of, because sometimes I'll read it and I'll go, it's a good hate comment. Like I give flowers where flowers are due. If somebody writes something, I'll be like, absolutely. If it is somebody like what I've recently seen is it'll be somebody that's like, it's obsessive. Like they follow me. They comment on every video, like first or second person to comment. And they're saying like nasty things. I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you because I'm like, you're following me. This is like weird. Or like if somebody's getting in fights with other people, I'll block them. Or like, honestly, if you just catch me in a bad day and like I post a video and someone's like, that dress is ugly, blocked. I have those days where I'm like, this is my little space. If you're going to be a dick, I'll just block.
Yeah.
Sometimes I used to respond a lot and just like stitch it in a funny manner. which is fine.
I think I remember some of those earlier videos, but now
before I was jaded, I'd be like, this is funny. Let me make a video. Now I'm like, fuck you, blocked. You know what I mean? Like, but I to be honest, I stay out of my comments. What gets me is when people write things that are not true, or when people write things that are detrimental to my character. That's when I get mad. If you say I'm ugly, I'm insufferable, I hate this, I don't care. That never bothers me. But if it's something, a lot of times it'll be something like wildly incorrect, and I feel the need to defend myself, and I've had to learn I have to be okay with people thinking incorrect things about me. That's the hardest part of what we do for me. Because I'm a very defensive person, but like once you respond back to it, you just open the floodgates, and and they want you to get involved, and I don't got fucking time.
No, you don't.
I got a job, you know?
No.
We got to get back to work.
Block.
But if you catch me on a bad day, I will spiral about it. I have questions for you.
Yes.
I have 8 questions for you.
Oh, okay.
Number 1, what is one thing you wish would come back in style that has not yet?
I kind of want the poof to come back because I want the hair out of my face. I just like...
Kate, why even put that on?
It's going to come back. Pencil skirts are coming back. My fashion
but
friend...
the poof is next. That's next level.
But to get it out of your face though, you have thick hair. Like, you know, sometimes
it's called a ponytail. You want to bump it?
Yes.
No, I was the poof queen, guys. Like,
do you have a photo? Can you share it?
Yeah, but Kate, why are we gonna do this? I know Daniel's gonna ask for it for the social clip. He's gonna.
You have to.
Yeah.
I just think like I love it. Like sometimes I'll do like a clip and it poofs a little.
Don't find it right now.
I've actually never seen you.
This is the problem with your best friend being your best friend from high school. Is she has if it ever goes south for me and Kelsey, I'm fucked. She's got some bad photos of me.
Though.
We both have an equal amount of blackmail.
Exactly. And then that's how you know it's always going to go. Yeah.
We can go tit for tat. Okay, wow. Well, let's cut that part out with Kate's. I don't want anybody getting ideas about the bump it. Okay, number 2. Who is on your 2000s hear me out cake? Or it could just be nostalgia. It doesn't have to be specific to 2000s.
Oh, this is such a good question.
No, sit with it. You have time. Sit with it.
Okay.
Simmer.
Gordo from Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, Gordo. Dude, but did I recently see like a modern... Are you showing her a fucking photo, No. Kelsey, you're a bitch.
Oh, you were that girl. You were that girl. And I know this dress, that poof, those brows, that makeup.
The dress eats. I still actually would wear that dress, actually.
Okay, bangles.
Wait,
okay,
that dress... No, the kissy face.
Well, you two are so cute. But also, hello, LA Tan.
Wait. No, she was orange. No, Kate, don't get it twisted. I was literally orange. Like, I would be orange. I put sun in my hair, and my mom would be like, Christina, you're orange and you have yellow hair. And I'd be like, no, I'm hot. No, bad.
The frost. No, but like,
no, it's
you were
terrible.
That girl. Like,
no, I wasn't.
Like, you are who I make videos about.
No.
One more. This is... Oh my
Look at that bump it. That bump it had volume. That bump it had its own zip code.
This is also giving like
Boston. Thank God I grew into my face. Like my face just was not, I had so much baby fat. Honestly, I didn't lose my baby fat until end of college. Like I had a lot of like my cheeks and even my nose.
Oh, you guys are so...
Yeah, because we were both living in our own fucking delusion. That dress eats. My mom's got to still have that dress.
No. It actually is sick.
And it would still fit me.
When's if you like cut it too or something?
I got to find that dress.
Wait, that's sick. That's actually sick with a low bun.
Yeah. That would be a great video. A chignon I love. Did you love a chignon too?
What's a chignon?
Like a fancy little messy bun.
Oh yeah.
I loved a chignon.
Or I loved like a French braid across the head.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you had in the
I was
photo?
a gymnast, so I couldn't do. I was like, by the time I was an adult, I was like, I don't want to do any braids because gymnastics. I always did so many braids.
I wish I was a gymnast. I wish I had like when I see you do a handstand, I'm like my body would collapse.
Yeah, but you got to be able to do some level of that. You were a skater. You were an ice girl. That's actually way cooler being an ice girl, to be honest with you. And the Blackhawks is a sick fucking team.
Oh yeah. Well, that was really cool. But
and you were doing it during like Blackhawks prime.
I did. I would tell Chad like we would go to like I could go to like a bar in Chicago, skip the entire line and be like, I'm on ice crew.
Oh no. Chicago, Boston, like if you are involved in hockey, you are an A-list celebrity. Like the hockey players, I mean, all of the sports teams in Boston, but I try to say like the way celebrities are treated or actors are treated in LA, that was athletes in Boston, and I'm sure like Chicago.
At the time, it was perfect for the time.
Prime time.
Now back of the line,
yeah,
girl.
Yeah, they'd be like, who? Okay, back. Okay. Next one is your Y2K Roman Empire. My
Abercrombie days.
Working or wearing?
Working.
How long did you work at Abercrombie for?
6 years.
Whoa.
I worked there high school to college. I worked there all throughout college.
Okay, don't talk to me about like being that girl, because you had to be hot to work at Abercrombie. Like you had to be, at the time, you had to be, like honestly, getting a job at Abercrombie was being Barstool Smoke Show of the day. If you told people I work at Hollister, Shane worked at Hollister. I'm like, Hollister didn't have as much cred. Because Abercrombie was like strict. You needed to be. I didn't get a job at Abercrombie. I didn't even apply. I didn't even fucking apply. I was like, that was not gonna happen.
Were you guys lurking the store? You had to wait to be recruited. I mean, I put my.
Well, were you one of like? Did they ever have the ladies stand outside the store too?
No, it
just
was
the
always
men.
the guys. But I remember
wild.
It was crazy because they would have like these times where they would take photos of you to potentially like be on the wall, and they gave me so much like false hope.
That was like. I just always remember being in the store and seeing the people on the wall and being like, how are these people my age? Because some of them were like young, and in your mind, you're like, they got to be 30 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
I took home like the big poster of like a shirtless guy, and he came with me all throughout college. Like he was always the backboard to
what
my
a
bed.
lore. That's the thing is too, is like now that Abercrombie's back, these kids don't, I feel like my mom being like, these kids don't know, but like they really don't know. Like that shaped us.
Also though, I don't condone like what.
Of course.
I didn't have that experience.
I never saw the documentary,
but it was bad. And
I never saw that.
Yeah,
but that was a lot of stuff in our child.
It was.
That was a lot of. There was a lot of.
I think that I was just so like. I felt like awkward in high school, and I felt like Abercrombie was like the one place like where I was growing into myself and like getting a little bit more confident. And
give you validation.
And like. Actually, now looking deep, like probably deeper levels of that, it was like some sort of like validation or feeling like accepted.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I worked at there between that and LA Tan. I worked at LA Tan.
Damn, you were the it girl. Those are it girl jobs.
You think that was tan? Oh,
well, that was fake.
I remember I tanned. I'm not even joking.
Oh, same. We did too.
Every day, but I had access to the bed every single day.
You know what my mom had to do? My mom ended up. I was so mad. It was before one of the dances, and I was like, actually a piece of leather. My mom called the tanning salon and said to them, "Do not let my daughter tan." And I went in. I was so embarrassed. And you know, like. Yeah, because you worked there. The girls that would work at the tanning salon were like the lifeguards. Like you wanted them, like they were just so cool. I will never forget. I walked in and they were like last name, and I said Kirkman, and they said, "Oh yeah, your mom called. You're not allowed to tan." I was like, that honestly, actually, that was one of the most traumatic moments of my life. Because I had to leave with my pale. I wasn't pale. I was leather, but in my mind, I was like. I'm pale, and I was leaving with my tail between my fucking vagina. I was so embarrassed. I went home. I went off on Carmela.
Can I make a video about this and tag you?
Yes.
This is insane.
No, it was that's like the worst thing you could do. Chelsea's mom was the mom that you'd go to. Yeah.
I remember
that was not my mom.
When I was working there, people would come in with their moms. Guys would go there and be so discreet. It was like they were committing a crime.
Yeah,
like,
can I get 10 minutes on bed 6?
And now I'm like, who cares? Like, they were so crazy.
Wait, I actually totally forgot about that. I gotta tell Carmela about that later, because like that was the most. I was so fucking
Carmela?
embarrassed.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Wow, your first name basis with your mom?
Oh yeah, Carmela's been Carmela since I was. I mean, her name's Carmela. I'm not gonna call her mom.
That's iconic.
Well, like growing up, I called her mom, but then like I'd be like Carmela, and she'd be like, "Don't call me that." And then all my friends would call her Carms. And then I was just like, now she's Carmela. I'll be like, what's up? But I also call her bitch. Like that's our relationship. I'll be like, wait, bitch, I've called you 10 times.
Do you find that since you're an only child, like your relationship with your mom is just kind of like that, since like you're closer with your mom?
We've had a really complex relationship my whole life because we're very similar, and I'm an only child, and my mom had me very young. So we've had a very complex relationship where when we're good, we're great because we're very similar. When we're not good, it's not amazing. And it's hard being an only child. My mom went through a lot of traumatic things, and I was born under not the best circumstances. So my mom always had a lot of extra super surveillance around me. I just couldn't get away with anything because I would be like, my mom was my age like 10 minutes ago. Like, she's not going to believe me if I say we're all going to the fucking my friend's house at 2 a.m. But yeah, she I get a lot of my humor and my wittiness and sarcasm from her.
I've seen photos of her. She's
been hot. Yeah, she's
hot. It's like,
and that was also another hard thing to go through as a young kid. Like, come back from all that, and it's like people either want a photo with me or they want to bang my mom, and I'm like, oh my god, can't I just like go to gymnastics and like be fucking normal? It was a weird thing. Okay, wait, I have more questions for you. Stop asking me. Stop saying things. Okay, I already asked you. Is there another nostalgic memorabilia that you eventually want to get your hands on that you haven't really gone down the pipeline yet? You got to have a list.
A Dooney and Burke purse. I used to have the colorful Dooney and Burke.
They're back though, aren't they? Or they were kind of back for a second?
I see them around. I see them a lot at like Marshalls and Ross and stuff, but I'm hoping that they have a comeback. They just haven't had that. Like, I feel like Coach has made this
an amazing
insane
job.
Yes. Now it's like,
but most brands can't do that.
No, it's very difficult.
Dooney and Burke, I will say, if any other brand could do it, it would be them, because I really do think their bags are incredible quality. The colors, my favorite bag I will never forget from them, I ended up getting at TJ Maxx, was this tiny little kind of half moon, and it had the bees.
Yes.
It had the bees, and it was like, it was mini. I always loved really, really mini purses. I still do. And it was like my prized possession. I would wear that again. Like, they really do need to, all they really fucking need, because Coach did it with Selena Gomez, they really just need like an A-list person to
and that's it.
endure, and then they're back in.
I mean, Uggs are fully back.
Yeah.
Like,
but did Uggs ever go away?
I feel like we weren't wearing like the tall Uggs.
Yes, yeah, you're right.
And I heard like tall Uggs are going to be like fully in this season.
But how do you wear tall Uggs?
I don't know, because
you can't wear them you can't wear them with skinny jeans or leggings. It has to be with like maybe shorts or something. I know, because how else do you wear them?
Yeah, you could. I don't know. But I also heard like leggings like are a dead giveaway for millennials.
Well, do you know they don't call them wait, what do they call yoga pants?
Yoga pants.
If you can't hear Kelsey, we said that Gen Z calls yoga pants flared leggings. Manana said that, I think, when she's on the pod, and I was like, oh, what did you just say? Flared leggings?
Oh, someone actually called them flared. See, I will forever be like yoga pants. Like, it's
wild. What I asked you, what's the most amount of money you spent on a thing? Do you remember your AIM or AI? Did you say AIM or AIM?
AIM.
Did you say AIM? Damn, I said AIM. Okay. What's your AIM screen name / do you remember your first MySpace song?
Yes. So it was, my AIM name was Wildcat Country 19, and country was spelled wrong. It was like
CUNTRY? That would have been
COUNRTY. Wait, RTY.
Okay.
And we yeah, and I had that forever because our school was Wildcats.
Okay.
And
okay, Zac Efron. Actually, and your MySpace.
And I think it was probably like a Lil Wayne song or something. I don't even. What was yours?
I don't remember, because I missed that train as well. I wasn't allowed to get it till like very, very, very later on.
Yeah.
Because I was a child actor. We had like all of these security things on our computer. I couldn't do like, honestly, it was through Kelsey and like some of my earlier friends growing up that I ever Oogle. What was it? Omega. Megal.
I used to go on that all the time.
Chat roulette. Like, I did all that with my other friends. I couldn't do that shit at my house. But I don't forget. I remember my first ringback tone.
Ooh.
Which was Whatever You Want by T.I.
You could have whatever.
That was my first one and I remember I like, what was that? Whatever you like. And I put my phone next to the thing and I was like, shh, hold on, let me get it. God, they will never know. Okay. Most elite 2000 snack.
Why am I like blinking? Cosmic brownie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Off brand from
yours?
Aldi's.
Mine is 2 Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos
no,
is great
but fucking
too.
Cosmic brownies slap.
I had one in all my lunch boxes, or like the Nutter Butter bars.
Oh, I still get those at the airport.
There's
Dude, we had some banging snacks.
The muffins, the little muffins. I would eat those.
Oh, Little Bites. I fucking love a Little Bite.
Little Bites, Pop-Tarts. I still eat Pop-Tarts.
Me too.
The cinnamon one warmed up.
What is your toxic trait as a creator or content creator? I know you definitely have some.
Getting fixated on numbers. I think that sometimes is like so detrimental. I let the numbers define me as a person, and sometimes it's nothing personal. It's just the algorithm doing its thing. And I think between that, I've gotten better. I just leave. I used to take down videos when they weren't doing well, and now I just leave them.
I do. I know.
But sometimes here and there, if it's gonna bother me that much,
I'll
just take it down.
Yeah.
I've gotten better.
Will you repost it later?
Sometimes I try, and then sometimes I'm so like hurt about it that I'm just like, forget it. It's gone.
Yeah.
And then I think the other one is just comparison. I think that's not only for creators, but everybody in life. Like, I'm trying to like stop and like enjoy the moments and like celebrate moments. But when you're always on social media, like it's so hard. Like you accomplish one thing and then you see the next person.
Totally.
You're like, oh, well, I'm not that yet.
Yeah.
And I think that's just been, it steals so much joy when you compare and just trying to like someone else's success does not have anything to do with your success.
Correct.
There's a piece of the pie for everybody, and like just understanding that. But I think when you're just consistently scrolling, it sometimes can really get you. Like you just feel like you're not doing enough.
And remembering that you are somebody that somebody else is comparing themselves to. You know, like the goalpost is just moves for everybody. It's all about perspective. But I relate to both of those.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you're working on or anything exciting that you want to plug or talk about?
I think one thing I want to plug is that since, no, not working on. I volunteer, and I just want to plug the foundation. So I volunteer at the Lang Foundation. It's in Culver City, and they have so many dogs there. There's been some dogs that have been there over 3+ years. I know. So there's this one dog, Punky, in Brady. I'll get you guys photos if you want. Brady's 14, displaced from the fires. Punky's been there 3 years, overbred situation. And there's just so many wonderful dogs there. So I feel like I found that walking once a week with these dogs has brought me the most joy in my life ever, besides like my friends and family and stuff. But like, I feel like I found my purpose.
How do you not take that home with you? How do you like leave and go home and go be normal?
I mean, if I didn't have 4 pets in a small place right now, but Chad and I talk about it often, like, should we just take this dog in? But I also have to remember, like, I also have 2 cats that they're struggling with dogs too. Yeah. So adding more animals isn't like the smartest idea until we get a bigger place and a bigger yard. We're all on top of each other. And also, like, when I was in Chicago, family used to watch our pets all the time. And I think that's been one of the hardest things is getting out, because it's hard to find sitters for.
You're such an angel for doing. You do. I feel like you do so much.
They bring me more joy. I think it's been best thing for my anxiety. Yeah. Like just to like put down the phone and do something else too.
But it must be a mix of emotions when you're there. Of like they bring you so much happiness, but there's got to be this level of like sadness that you feel when you're there.
Hearing the stories, there's been dogs dumped. I've seen dogs dropped off in person. Like it's just insane. But then the people at the shelter remind me, because I'm like, how do you do this? Like, how are you not just like beating up these people? And like, they're like, you know, for every tragic story, there's these dogs that do get adopted, and you have to like focus on like their story and stuff. And it's not even, I feel like I'm not even doing enough. Do you know, like it's just never.
We should all go. We should all go together and do a day. Yeah. We'll
come love with for you guys.
We would love to do a day. We'll vlog the whole thing and we'll.
Oh, that'd be so amazing.
Yeah, we should definitely.
We'll get something on the cow. That'd be amazing.
Wait, that's really amazing. I know.
Yeah, they would love to have you there.
Okay. And where can people find you and follow you? Obviously, everybody here knows who you are, but you know, if someone lives under a rock, how can they find you?
It's Kate Steinberg on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we love Kate.
Follow me if you like. You don't even have to. You don't even have to watch her.
It's okay. But don't feel pressure, guys. Like no worries. Okay. No, seriously, she's the greatest person ever. I'm so happy that you made time for us in your busy schedule of saving animals and changing the world.
I appreciate you so much. I'm happy LA brought us together. So
I love you. Bye, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye. Oh, that was great.